Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are back and we are going to be doing some all-star voting for the MLB. These are my all-star predictions, and we're about almost a couple weeks away from all-star break, and I wanted to do my predictions. I know some people are into baseball and they would probably find this interesting. Some people wouldn't. It doesn't really matter if you don't. I'd like to get this video to at least more than 20 views and hope a lot of people watch it. But yeah, so this is just my predictions, and before we get into it, once again, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm just going to get straight into it. Basically, I'm just going to pick a position player for each league, and then we're just going to keep scrolling down, and I'm just going to give my thoughts on who I think, and then yeah. But basically, to start it off for the National League first baseman, my nominee for first baseman this year, it's pretty close, but I'm going to go with Max Muncy. And the reason I'm going with Max Muncy, he's lighting it up. He is batting around 265. Already hit 13 homers and 30 RBIs. He's a 9.55 OPS, and that's pretty good. My honorable mention here is Freddie Freeman. He's also tearing it up too, but I gotta give it to Muncy. He's been on fire lately. For the first baseman in the American League, this is another interesting, but Vladimir Guerrero Jr., it's not even close. 18 homers, 47 RBIs. He's been on fire lately, and he definitely is an MVP candidate, and this is why I love this pick. In second baseman for the NL, this is another interesting one. There's a lot of interesting players. Here we got some great guys who are batting pretty good. Adam Frazier, his stats don't show it, but he has, I think, the most hits in the MLB right now. But there's definitely a lot of players here, and I'm not really sure who to go here, but I'm gonna have to go, I think, between Jay Cronenworth or Adam Frazier, but I'm gonna go with actually a little bit of a different pick here. I'm gonna go with Jay Cronenworth. Even though he isn't playing the best lately, he's still having a good season. The stats don't show it, but he's been a threat for the Padres. Second base for the American League. Interesting enough, this is probably one of the hardest debates ever, and I'm between Marcus Semien, Brandon Lau, DJ LeMahieu. They're all pretty close, but I think I'm gonna go with Marcus Semien, who's been tearing it up lately. This is just one thing I want to say about this before I move on. There's a lot of people saying, look, there's so many bad players on this list that you could pick, like Jay Cronenworth. He's not very good. Some players this season just haven't had a good season, and they're not going to get the vote just because they're a popular name. That's just not how it works. So that's just my thought on that. But for third base, in the National League, it is very close here, and I'm gonna have to give it to Eduardo Escobar, who's been tearing it up lately. 13 homers, 39 RBIs, and he's been leading the Diamondbacks, even though they're not doing very good. Some honorable mentions here: Chris Bryant, Nolan Arenado, Joshua Fuentes, a surprising option that could potentially win it and get that spot, but it's pretty interesting. Third base in the American League here, I'm going to go with Rafael Devers. Just look at those stats. It's not even close. 15 homers, 46 RBIs, 942 OPS. That's a beast. Batting 279, and all three of these guys are batting over about 270, so that's really good in the American League, and you look over there. So now moving into the shortstop position, this is only one person in the NL's category, and that's Fernando Tatis. He's an absolute stud and definitely deserves to be a National League MVP candidate if he already isn't. And yeah. Shortstop over here in the American League, it's between Bo Bichette and Xander Bogaerts. I'm going to go with Xander Bogaerts. He's been tearing it up in the field and definitely on offense. 33 RBIs, 10 homers. He's been on fire. For the catcher spot, a comeback player of the year and a player who's been on fire lately is Buster Posey. It's between him and Realmuto. Realmuto just hasn't played enough to get the spot. And Fernando Tatis has been absolutely tearing it up, as well as Buster Posey. I did not mean to say Fernando Tatis. But Buster Posey's been tearing it up with the .321 average, 10 home runs, 21 RBIs, and I think he's leading the league in OPS, but he's been on fire. And for the American League here, there really isn't one guy here, but I'm gonna give it to Salvador Perez. He's been on fire lately, and you can look at that stats. He's definitely been on fire. For the outfield, we're selecting 3 players, and Ronald Acuna is for sure one of them. I don't have to get into that really much. He's been on fire lately, and he's definitely a beast. I definitely got to give him that. And another player I'm going to go with is not anyone here, but Nicholas Castellanos, who's been tearing it up too. He's been on fire, 12 home runs, 31 RBIs, and he's just a big threat. He got out of Detroit, which was a bad place for him, and batting-wise, and now look where he is. Even though the Reds aren't that great of a team, he's still tearing it up. Last but not least, to finish it off, it's a tight race here. There really isn't one guy coming out here other than the rest of them, and I'm honestly going to have to give it between Tyler O'Neill, Brian Reynolds, who's been on fire too, and Juan Soto potentially. Christian Yelich has been horrible, but I'm actually going to scroll up here. I'm going to give it to Adam Duvall. Even though the average hasn't been great, he's tearing it up. He's a great home run hitter, great power hitter, definitely deserves an all-star spot. Now moving on to the outfield for the AL. Let me look at my players here because there's a lot of options. Byron Buxton is an option. Mark Canha is an option. But I'm going to go Byron Buxton. He's a beast, and he's been tearing it up too. 2, I think we're going to go with Adolis Garcia. Almost leading the league in homers. He's been great as a rookie. 42 RBIs, 16 homers. That's insane right there. And our third guy, I think here we're going to go maybe potentially Aaron Judge. He could definitely deserve that. Maybe Man Margot. Cedric Mullins is not really a big contender out there. But I think we're gonna go with the smart move here. I think we're gonna go with Randy Arozarena, who's an absolute beast right there. And our DH here for the American League is gonna be for sure Nelson Cruz. He deserves to win DH just because he's a beast. So now let's just take a look at our lineup. So this is our lineup for the my All-Star predictions. For the National, we got Max Muncy, Jay Cronenworth, Eduardo Escobar, Fernando Tatis, Ronald Acuna Jr., Nick Castellanos, Adam Duvall, and Buster Posey. For the American League, we have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Marcus Semien, Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, Randy Arozarena, Byron Buxton, Adolis Garcia, and Salvador Perez, and Nelson Cruz is the designated hitter. So that is it for today. That's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a little bit of a shorter video. I just wanted to get it out because I needed some content ideas. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and I'm out.